In this video, we will review a tool called Wordwall. With this tool, you can create interactivity between student and content, or student and instructor. Regardless how interesting you find your presentations with 75 slides each, more likely your students get tired, get bored, and lose attention. Research shows that university students can concentrate only for 15 minutes on the content. And if we talk about online course delivery, the concentration time is even less. That is why it is so important to switch activities from time to time. If you have been given a lecture, pause it and ask a question. If the discussion lasts too long, run a poll or a quiz. Wordwall is one of the tools that can help you to make your class more interactive and more engaging.
That's how the starting page looks like. On the bottom, you can change language to anyone you prefer, and also here you can see the templates that are available for free version. With free account, you can create 5 own resources, but you can also use resources created by other teachers. This tool is extremely popular among language teachers, so you can find a lot of ready-to-use examples. But also if you are the teacher of some other subject, you can find examples there by searching with the keywords. But first, let's start with the login and sign up. If you have an account, just log in. If you don't have yet an account, press sign up. And a quick Google sign up is available. When you sign up, your account is empty, and we can start creating your first activity by clicking here or here. So, create your first activity now. Again, you can see what you can create with a free account. If you have a paid account, you have more options. But this tool is good for both synchronous and asynchronous teaching. For example, random wheel, random cards, and open the box. This type of activities can be used only in synchronous classroom, and they require an instructor to be the leader because these activities are open-ended. All other templates that you can see here on the screen now can find its place both in synchronous and asynchronous teaching. Let's check how to create one of them. I choose random cards because it's good for synchronous classroom. First, let's set a title. And you can add instructions if you want, and you can add different items. It could be a word, phrase, sentence, as well as a picture. To add a picture, click on this sign and choose upload if you want to upload something that exists on your computer, or you can search, just like Google search. And if you want to add more items, just press this sign. On the bottom you see what is the minimum and what is the maximum amount of items that you can have in this activity. Okay, when everything is ready, press done. That's how your interactivity looks like. To draw a card, just press on this pile of cards or press on the deal. This type of task can be used when you as instructor demonstrate your screen and select students, for example, to give a definition or make a sentence with a drawn word. Under the preview screen, you can find some settings. For example, if you want to deal more cards at a time, or if you want to have a countdown. You can always go back and edit your content. You can also transform this activity to other types that are offered here on the right. For example, to random wheel. If you don't save this activity like again, or if you don't edit this activity after you transform it to the other type, it does not save and it does not take a limit of your free account. Okay, let's go back to the menu and see what can be created for asynchronous classroom, and how to share resources with your students. Uh, for example, we will create a matchup game. So first again, we set a title, then we set a keywords, and we set definitions. I just use simple numbers, but do it as a meaningful content. And again, on the bottom you see what is the minimum and what is the maximum number of items that you can have in this activity. When you're done, press done, and here is the preview of your game. Below the game you can find the settings for this type of activity and settings for the leaderboard. But let's preview the activity and check that everything works fine. So 1 goes to 1, 2 goes to 2, 3 goes to 3. Okay. Okay, alright. Everything is good and it's time to share it with your students. To share with students, press this little button, Set Assignment. Give the parameters if you want your activity to be anonymous or if you want your students to enter their name. You can set a deadline and activate the leaderboard if you want. I go with the basic settings without changing anything. And here you can copy the link to your activity and share it wherever you use it. I don't know, directly in your classroom, for example, or you can directly share the activity on Facebook if you use Facebook groups for communicating with students, or on Google Classroom. As previous activity, you can also convert this type of activity to another type without using a limit of free account. But it works only if you don't change the content. And from the dashboard, you can access all your created activities and edit them if needed. You can find results of your students here on the tab My Results. Another useful feature of Wordwall is Community, where you can find ready activities by using keywords. You can check that other teachers have created. It can be even the activities that are available only in the paid account, but you still can use them in your classroom without changing the content. So if you like the activity, just bookmark it and it will appear in your activities. Saved activities, so created by other teachers, don't take space in your basic account.
Okay, that is all for Wordwall. Try it out with your students and create activities for synchronous and asynchronous classroom. Believe me, your students will love it.